Hey guys, it has been a long while.
I try my best to
I am getting ready right now. I'm about to meet my mom and Megan in Augusta, and we're gonna go to her apartment. I have 5, maybe 6 on my list. Only really 3 that I'm like really liking. So there's a couple on like more towards the outskirts of Augusta, closer to the interstate, because my work is gonna be in South Carolina. But I would rather drive farther and live in an area I like than live in an area I don't like and be super close to work. So, because obviously I'm going to sign a lease for at least 12 months and I don't know anyone in the area. So, my work's in Aiken, but there's not much in Aiken. So, I decided that if I can find somewhere in Augusta that I like, then I'm totally down for living in Augusta. And there's a couple in North Augusta, which I'm liking a lot better than Augusta, and then that way I work and live in South Carolina. But we'll see. You know, you think all these things and then you go and then you're like, absolutely not. So, okay, 2 days ago on Friday, or on Thursday, Megan and I went, she's moving to Pooler, so we went to Pooler and looked at apartments. And then today, she's being so kind enough to meet me in Augusta. I didn't really make any tour times, so honestly I'm praying and hoping that I can just kind of call them. That's what we did for her. We didn't make any official times online because you don't know how long you're gonna take at each place. So we kind of just called them and we're like, hey, can we come by? So I'm praying that it's the same for me. So hopefully, I feel like they wouldn't say no, just because, like, I don't know, I feel like they wouldn't. But if not, then that sucks, and maybe another weekend, maybe we can still go and look, and maybe just another weekend we can, like, really look. So hopefully it all works out, because originally I was going to, I have my house here until July, but I start my work June 1st, and here's like an hour 20 from work, which I don't mind the drive. The issue is no one's gonna be here this summer, and if you're in college, you know that summers in your college town when no one's here is not fun. Like, when people are here, it's fun, but the thing is like, I love my roommates. They are the best people ever, but they're all going home. So it's like, one staying here, but she's a grad student, so she has a lot on her plate, so she's like running around like crazy. So I was like, personally, I would rather spend that pro-rated rate extra to move in earlier, like in the middle of May, versus waiting. I don't get paid till monthly, so I would have to wait till June to be able to move, and I just like end of June, so like July, to move. And I just don't want to do that. I mean, I think money comes and goes, and you should spend your money on what you find useful. And if I find it useful to have it to be moved in early and get myself together and start meeting people in the area, especially if I move to South Carolina, then it's worth it. So I kind of wanted to be put together today to kind of just like look cute and good and look good, feel good. So shout out Megan, love you, been my best friend for 8 years. And my grand big Alicia, you are the love of my life. So shout out her for graduating and still keeping in touch and not just like moving on with your life, which is what I'm gonna do with like my big and my little. I love them so much. I could not be more thankful that God put them in my life. But it is gonna be interesting because they graduate after me, because my big is a smart little PT girl, so she is going into PT school, and my little is the smartest little nurse ever. So I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna head out because I am running. But yeah, I feel like I got so caught up in other things in college, and I just applied to this job because I just was applying everywhere, and since it was the first place that kind of took off, I just kind of like went with it. And I was like, you know what, if they're the only place calling me, they weren't the only place calling me back, but like only place that showed interest, so I pursued them. And it's a great looking job from the outside. I think it's gonna take time for me to figure out like if it's something I really like to do, but I feel like that's with every job, of like just take the best job offer to begin with, even if it's not where you want it to be, or like not the pay you want it to be, or whatever, because one, you kind of have to get in the field to learn, and two, like you need to like grow, and like you can't do that if it's just like, you know. So I feel like this job is gonna be interesting. Hey guys, we are done. I am headed back to Statesboro now. I didn't feel like filming anything because it was like a lot harder than I thought it was. I think it's because it's Saturday and everyone's touring. I should have done it during the week, but I didn't like book any appointments because I didn't know how long it was going to take us, and then places were like, oh, I don't have appointments, and anyways, it was a whole long deal, but we got to see everywhere I wanted except for the one place. But I know a girl who lives there now, so she sent me a video of her place, and I'm not really like too concerned with it. Like she says she lives there now and she likes it, and it's like not that big of a deal, so like I'm not really too concerned. But anyways, so I toured, other than that, 4 good options. One place we self-toured and I knew I was gonna hate it from the beginning, and I did hate it. It was sketchy, it was just no bueno. So 4 good places. 2 were like kind of right next to each other, and then 1 was on one side of Augusta and 1 was actually in South Carolina. You know, pro and con is like, it's right there. There's a ton of stuff to do. The Aiken County side of North Augusta is like really nice. Like literally we were driving through downtown Augusta and it was like sketch, 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 sketch. The minute you cross the bridge, it was like nice. So I don't really know why like it does it like that. It's kind of annoying. So a part of that one is I'm working in Aiken County, so I would have to change my license and my registration and my car stuff over, but my taxes would all be in the same state, so I wouldn't have to file 2 separate taxes, and that'd be kind of nice. I've always, my whole life, dreamt of living in South Carolina, even though it's like right across the river. Like, I don't know, something about South Carolina. I love South Carolina. Con, parking is butt cheeks. Kind of hard to have friends over, but I mean at the same time, if you could figure out parking, then walk to the downtown and like restaurants and stuff, and it had a bunch of like walking paths nearby, and this apartment complex gave the vibe of a way younger crowd, like college kids, grad kids, like just a younger crowd in general, that I feel like it would be easier to meet people because they would be in that. Whereas like new build, you have no idea who you're gonna meet because you have no idea, like, is it doctors, nurses, med students, like, or like families, or who's gonna live there. Megan went with me and I got her opinion, but we're also different people, so it's kind of hard, like, pros and cons of like, oh, this one's 30-40 minutes from your work, so it's farther away, but it's in a quieter area. But also, like, is the quiet area a pro or a con? Because if it's in a quieter area, like 40 minutes from my work, how am I gonna meet people if it is a quiet area, you know? Like, how are you gonna meet those people and like go do those things? And like the second one, I feel like is a good medium. Like, it's closer, it's in a good location. I just don't, I loved the other two. Like, the one that's like right in the middle, like best of all the worlds, kind of like, I didn't fall in love with like the place. So I think I'm gonna try to get like some people's opinions. I'm gonna compare square footage. Another pro about the first one is it's only $100 extra a month to have a 2-bedroom. So like, I could get a 2-bedroom and have that extra bedroom, but then also like, what am I gonna do with the 2-bedroom? Like, I don't need a 2-bedroom. Like, I don't have the furniture to furnish a 2-bedroom. So it's like, to me, like, I get it. Like, I get why you would want the 2-bedroom, but like, to me it almost seems like a waste, because it's like, I like maybe would put storage stuff in the closet, but like, I don't really know what I would use it for. So yeah, that was that. And then just trying to figure out like what I really want in looking for an apartment and what I don't want, and like at the end of the day, like the prices, the square footage, the extra fees. Obviously, like, water and electricity is separate, but dealing with all that, the traffic to and from work, what has the better vibe, so many things. So personally, I kind of feel like I'll end up in the one in the middle. And, you know, I feel like I really want to live the one that's like in South Carolina, just because like I've always wanted to live there. Like, there's so much stuff to do. Like, ooh. You guys didn't see that. Hold on. Okay, back to what I was saying before you so kindly flew off my dash. Sorry to the car next to me. I didn't realize the turn was as sharp as it was. But anyways, also it's like March 18th. So yeah, I don't have a ton of time. I would love to like make a decision. I just kind of feel like whatever I make a decision on, I'm gonna not like. I think that it's just hard, because it's like, I know I'm young in my 20s, so like I know it's gonna be super hard. Like, I'm an engineer, which is crazy to say. Crazy, not yet, but I will be. But like, I'm an engineer, so like the girls I like to hang out with, like, I love going to sports games. I love baseball games. I love football games. I love soccer games. I love going to sports games. I love going out to eat. I love going out to eat. I love going to the lake, going on the boat, going on the Savannah River. I love cooking at home. I love, obviously, shopping, but I'm into like those sorts of things, and I'm not into like video games. I'm not into sitting at home by myself. Like, I like to go out and do things with people, that sort of thing. So I will keep you guys updated later today, and hopefully I'll start putting these. I have just a bunch of random clips from the last like 3 months that I haven't actually made into a vlog, so maybe this will be a good one to actually put together. And I feel like it's a great chance, like, even like, I don't care if anyone, like, I think one of them, like, it had like 10 views. Like, I don't care if no one watches them. I think it just is a great time to like record like super big moments in my life, and then it's like I can look back and be like, oh my gosh, I was so stressed about this, but thank God I moved there because I met all my best friends, and I met, like, you know, like my future husband, or I met like my future like bridesmaids or whatever. Like, oh, the people that lived here really brought me out of my shell, or maybe a bunch of people from a church lived somewhere specific, or yada yada yada. So I'm excited. It's all gonna work out. I know it is, but it is definitely scary starting the position I am. But it's also kind of nice because I know my start date and I know I want to move in May because I don't want to have to deal with a job and not being moved in and yada yada yada. So I will keep you guys updated on everything and I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, hello, hello. I look crazy because I just got out of the shower, but oh my gosh, my face is so red. But I have some exciting news. I got an email back today and the apartment accepted my application. So anyways, I'm excited that I got accepted and it's so exciting to, granted I won't get paid till June 31st, which will actually suck so bad not having like any money. I already don't have a lot of money and it's like stressing me out so bad. So anyways, just want to say that.